It's November already. And yes, yay, we're coming up to 2023. I can't believe it's going to be 2023 already. Can you believe it? Yeah, this year is almost over, and the Nigerian presidential election is in February of 2023. Oh my goodness. So, ooh, where the obedience at? The Peter Obi voters. I hope they come out and show out for him and really just show how excited they are to have somebody that is intelligent, that is thoughtful, that has done so much, that has been governor in the Southeast, in Anambra State, and has done a marvelous job of just kind of going out there and sharing his vision and God, that guy with numbers and statistics, he just rattles them off his head. His head just works like he just knows all the numbers, everything. And he can just excite all these young people. I've never seen young people so excited about anybody contending for in politics in Nigeria as much as they are about him. They just come out in droves, in the millions, in the north, in the southwest, in the southeast, in the just everywhere. So that is really exciting. And I'm glad. I think that Nigeria maybe have change. Maybe we might really have change. Maybe February, maybe this is really going to be it. So I'm so excited. I'm really excited for all the, not just the candidate, but everyone. So everyone that loves, that is really coming out, that is excited for him. That's really, really good. It's really refreshing, it's really different. You don't really see somebody like him in Nigeria, um, you know, doing this because we have a certain prototype of politicians um that he's not like. So it's really, 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 um it's really exciting that Peter Obi is doing so well, and it's not just a social media thing. Sometimes when someone's really popular, that everybody says, "Oh, they're not. We don't know how real it is," or something like that. So yeah, it's very, very exciting. So yeah, so in light of the whole thing with Saludo saying something about, I just think that it's really, they just need to be more responsible. It's bad for for Igbo people to cry. For during the earlier part of the election, during the primaries, all the Igbo leaders were saying, "Oh, when are we going to have an Igbo presidency? Does this country not deserve it? Are we not worthy of the bread?" Cry, cry, cry. Anybody in any other party, SDP, well, whatever, Accord, anybody else, if you said anything, they always drove the conversation back to, when are we going to have an Igbo president? So, fine. So now they have a candidate and he's actually really good. And so what doesn't make sense is for some of the people coming against this guy to be the Igbo leaders that were crying for one, that were crying to have the presidency come to them. They would say the presidency need to come to the Southeast. Some of them, no matter who it was, no matter where else the person came from, that was the mantra. That was how they felt, no matter what. So now that we have that he's here, they're sort of savior. They're sort of, the guy looks like he could really be it. Could really be the real deal. They have no excuse but to support him. Saludo has no excuse but to support Obi. Obiano, none of them have any excuse but to support him. Otherwise, no one will understand them. No one will understand what it is they want. Because if you make something, Mrs. Ezekweli has no reason, but none of them have any choice but to support him. Because if you cry so much, like, there has to come to this, how these, and it does. And it's somebody that a lot of people embrace, people in the Southwest embrace, and everybody embraces him. So what excuse is there that for them to, for anybody to act like they don't like him? So it is important for people to show their true leadership at this time, because if they don't, people will remember that Saludo, when Obi was running did not, stand up properly and say, hey, you know what? Whatever happens, I support this guy. This is what our people have been saying they wanted for the last, I don't know how many years. And now it is there. And we don't, it does not make sense to be petty and to be jealous of him, and then to just randomly throw out statements, even if you say something that is misunderstood. So maybe Saluda said something, or somebody else said something that is not, that no one understood. Okay, well then clarify it and say, oh, I didn't really mean that. Of course, I support him. That only makes sense. Otherwise, that means that, I mean, that just means that it doesn't speak. It's just not good. It's no good either. Otherwise, it's no good. Otherwise, it's bad. It's bad. Otherwise, it's bad. So that is it. That's it. So everybody who considers themselves to be an Igbo leader to any extent must support Peter Obi. Otherwise, they need to outline exactly why they don't, and these need to be strong reasons. They cannot be petty. They cannot be like little throw around words and phrases and winks and feelings, and no, not in. Otherwise, they cannot be crying again. Say, oh, the president needs to come to the Southeast. Just because it's coming to the Southeast doesn't mean it's going to be you. That's the point. And so they can't just complain because the candidate end up not being them. If that's what they wanted, then you have to make decisions and take positions that people understand. Otherwise, then your cries will not be understood, because, this is what they said they wanted. And so I don't understand any hate that he's getting from that side of the, from that side of the country. It makes absolutely no sense. Not at all. Because it can't be everybody. It has to be one of them. It has to be just one person. So they just need to deal with it and get over it and mature. Just behave like mature adults and support him and leave it at that. And that's the only thing I understand. Anything else, it doesn't make sense to me. And it makes it harder to take seriously their cries of like, oh, when is it going to be our turn or something like that. It makes it harder to take any of that seriously, because now they have somebody really good and it's a great opportunity. So they better not lose it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know that's Yoruba, but that's how I'm going to say it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So just get it done and support him and see how far it goes. And that's the only option. That's it. Nothing else. That's what you have to do. Thank you.